gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com! Ah, James. Why, James?
Why what?
This is so fucking hot, dude. I mean, this is crazy.
I can't have this.
I can't go in the conversation either. But every day they're like, oh, it's a new record. It's a new record. It's a new record. That hasn't been broken since 1825 was yesterday's record. And then today's, they're like, oh, we're going to have to go all the way back to 1817. I feel like we're living in 1817.
Yeah.
How is technology not there yet that we don't have a sky cloud that encompasses the entire state and it can change the weather? I think that's next. We got the fucking robot dogs who can tear your face off and feed it to your family members. You know, they can jump over fences.
And you think the next step is a new atmosphere?
I think so.
Yeah.
We've been
Robot
trying,
dogs.
and you guys have been rioting against it. What do you
Well-
think those things on the planes are?
So here's the deal.
Oh,
I heard
yes.
I heard over in Japan, is it Japan or China, where they're firing shit up into the clouds for rain?
I'm going to guess China.
Probably.
I don't know, but I'm going to
Yeah.
say China.
Yeah.
If it's anything like that, I go China.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
So if you can shoot something in the air and make it rain, God damn it, we could cover this bitch up, you know? Put a
Yeah.
nice blue tint to it.
Yeah.
Make it look like a Johnny Depp sunglasses. Like, you know, like, oh, great, what are you feeling today? Johnny Depp sunglasses. We all
Right.
download the State of Tejas app.
Right.
And then we get to choose what color is 30 million people get to choose what color. Oh, a rose tint today. Maybe a little brighter today. Let's go gloomy. I kind of want to get under the covers.
And we're all going to decide together?
Well, 30 million people. You'll win. You'll have an answer. And you'll have an answer pretty fucking quickly.
Right.
Somebody else brought this up at a barbecue the other night that you and I were out. They were like, I don't understand. We can get American Idol contestants in a runoff and have that answer in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But we can't get bills or presidents and all that other shit passed. Like, let's just do it. Jam the phones. Let's go.
Yeah.
I want a nice Johnny Depp. I want a blue tint over the city. This fucking I think it's 112 today is what the high is supposed to be. Yeah.
Feels like hell. Yeah.
Now, the other fun thing that I haven't seen, because if you think technology isn't there yet, well, it sure the fuck is. The fun thing that's out there that they have is a dog paw meter. Let's take it all in.
It's not a
Drink it
dog
in.
paw meter.
No, it
It's
is.
just a thermometer
It
that
is.
you point at the ground.
For dogs.
Well, you can use it for anything.
What else would you use it for besides dogs?
Meat?
Meat? Well, you can throw a piece of meat on the sidewalk?
No, you just point it at the...
That's not it, Jesse. This is for concrete only, okay? It's for dog paws.
Did you see this on the
I
Facebook?
did. I saw it on
Okay.
and I was
So-
like,
okay.
why would you measure this?
Oh,
and now
okay.
that thing said 138 on
Right.
the sidewalk. And they're
Right.
like, don't walk your dogs out here. They're going to burn. They're going to die.
Yeah.
All your dogs are going to die today. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Keep your dog inside. Don't walk them because they're all going to die.
You need to get off the community.
No, I love it.
Group.
I love the community group. I actually love it. We moved into a new neighborhood, and I'm a big fan of the community group. Somebody wrote on there, no lie, they were like, hey, just in case, you were taking down names to give to HOA for lighting off fireworks, I want to give you mine so you spell it correctly. Fuck you. And it was
Yeah.
nice. I had a huge chuckle out of that.
Yeah.
I rather enjoy the neighbors. I enjoy the new neighbors. They're pretty funny.
Yeah,
Pretty funny. So I don't mind shit like that.
definitely. But it is a lot of like, the guy went out there, pointed his thermometer. It wasn't a pet meter thing, but pointed his thermometer at the ground. It said 138. If you're thinking of walking your dogs today, all I can say is don't.
It was a palmeter. You're welcome. Palmeter. Palmeter.
Palmeter.
And you're just measuring the heat in the
Thermometer.
paws of the dogs. It's a palmeter. It's a palmeter. It's very, very fancy. It's nice. They're huge in France right now. A lot of people have got their palmeters out today because it's a goddamn hot one. Jabes, we do a lot of shows tipsy. some
Right.
would say.
Right.
A few just absolutely hammered. There was a show that we were so fucked up, you and I, that we just never aired. Do you remember that one?
No.
Friend of ours brought over some
Oh yeah, I
pot
think
brownies.
yeah, I think I was sound engineer on that one, and editor.
You weren't on it?
No, but I was sitting there being like, yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this file. I didn't,
No.
but I think I was like, I think I'm just gonna not.
It's not that.
Some kind of glitch.
It's
but
not.
Yeah.
It's not that. So I listened to it the next day, and it was in Dropbox, and I was like, "Oh no! This was a Post Malone, Joe Rogan interview on mushrooms. Remember their show on mushrooms?" And I was like, "We're not doing that. We're not releasing that."
And only because it's not interesting to anybody
Nope.
but you.
100%.
So there wasn't anything bad said. It was just kind of like, oh man, I can't hear about your trip.
Yep. Can't or your dream or,
Or
whatever.
your dream
else.
or whatever. But
Totally understand, and that's why
and
we
you
didn't do it.
guys used to do on Drinking Bros, which I love this segment. Maybe you guys can bring it back. Is Too Buzz to Air, which you guys used to do Drinking Bros as just like, drinking at night, French press of full vodka.
Yeah.
And so by the end of the show, you would have clips that were just complete insanity, right?
Yeah.
Too Buzz to Air.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I did too. Problem is,
You got to make a business of it. Sure.
not that, because you definitely can, and when business was fine. Problem is, we did get a few calls from some of the people who were like, Jesus Christ, I wish that you didn't air that.
Right.
And so then you started to get into legal NDA type shit. Like Jared was talking about doing it again, just Blackout Fridays, just once a month you black out and do a show. It's fine if it's just us. Where we ran into trouble was other people who were just like, man, I wish you wouldn't have done that, or, I wish you would have asked my permission to air that, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, what, if you have a guest?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, you can't do it with a
Because
guest.
some of those Too Buzz to Airs involved a lot of guests, because some guests are nervous and they'll drink excessively, like yesterday, and it was fun. But he can handle his shit.
Right.
Some people can't handle their shit, and then things get wild. Case in point, there was a woman last night, a local news lady. She used to be down here in Austin. She had a few too many, but the problem is the show goes on. You're live every day. We're live every day on Drinking Bros and all that shit. Show goes on. We had a huge bolt of lightning that hit the studio yesterday. Mid-show, knocked everything out. The boys continued on. I praised them yesterday. Show went on, and it was amazing, and we just kept talking. Couldn't see anything, nothing. It was great and hilarious, and the show was amazing. But you're live, and you have to do that.
Right.
When you're on this schedule that she's on, you can't call anyone and say, hey, I'm too fucked up. You've got to come in and do the shift. So the way this works, typically at most local news stations, was because my father was a broadcaster for years. And you either had to do the morning shows, which was like 5 and then usually 11 or noon, depending upon what state you live in and time zone, or you had to do the 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Well, shit gets wild after the 6 o'clock.
Right.
And sometimes you have a few. Bob, go ahead and air this lovely lady and all of her glory here today.
More than 50 million people across the country's southeast are under warnings for excessive heat. And boy, don't you know that? 105 degrees in Texas today. I just spoke with my mother. That's what she's dealing with. It's a major heat wave. And it is it's just heading everywhere. We're so lucky. It's only 80 degrees here. We are really lucky here in the capital region. I mean, let me tell you about that. These areas are reaching such areas. I mean, it's Houston, Austin, San Antonio. I mean, they're not expected. It has happened. Like, you don't need us telling you that it's bad. It's like people are being told to like stay inside, drink a lot of water, and we are just lucky. This weekend right here is so amazing. Meteorologist Craig Adams is right here with your. I'm sorry, Craig Adams. Why did I say that? Of course, clearly, like here we're taking a live look over downtown Albany, and of course, just like me, meteorologist Craig Gold is working a double shift, and so he's in, and we've been tracking this, and we've been talking about just like what it's been like across the country and the different reasons that why it's so hot in other areas, and we're having really nice weather here. So let's get over to Craig Gold. Hey,
Yep.
Craig.
All right, good evening, Emma.
Yep.
And yeah, the weather.
Yep.
I know that one.
Quite nice
Yep.
here across the northeast.
Yep, let's stop. Let's stop
I know
talking.
the, yep. Let's move on down the road, little
It's
peaky.
literally like he's talking to a girl at the bar, and it's just like, yeah, I know. You already said that. Yep. Gosh, how?
Now,
I'm mortified and I'm uncomfortable.
here's the
obviously.
thing. Her name is Heather Kovar.
Great.
A friend of ours actually knows her.
Okay.
So Rob O'Neill hit me up today. The man who killed Osama bin Laden hit me up today, and he goes, hey, she made a mistake, whatever, and she got suspended for it. Okay, but we love her, and she's beloved in the area, and I think she's in New York. I think Rob just moved to New York, so
She's
it's got to be in New
Albany,
York.
right?
Yes. So he lives in. He doesn't live in the city.
Right.
So, anyways, he goes, she'll be back or whatever, and I go, I know, and I want to party with her. Like
Right.
I'm not posting this footage today to tear her down. The opposite. I'm here to praise her. Same as I praised these guys earlier. I'm praising her. The show goes on.
Sure, but how does it? She just said she was working a double shift.
Correct.
So how did that happen then?
Here's what happened then. So she was probably working the 6 and then did the 11, and then somebody else canceled for that 5, and they were like, hey, can you stay? And it was just like for the 5 a.m. And they were like, oh, because the 5 a.m., like the Austin news shows and all that other shit.
But she's drunk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing: you have so much time in your mind. You're probably thinking, all right, it's only a half hour. News is only a half hour, 22 minutes if you're looking at commercials. You're probably thinking to yourself, I've got 5.5 hours before I've got to go on again. What's the harm if I just have a few, sleep on the couch, and then kind of wake up? Because if you noticed, because a lot of the comments, I posted a clip of this late last night on my Instagram, at STJames. It appears her hair is messed up, the makeup's kind of wonky, and the dress might be on a little sideways. It looks like she was trying to sleep it off on a couch in the back office.
The eyes are glazed.
Glazed.
What did she say, Bob? What is that? Did she have a statement?
Make a statement?
She didn't make a statement, but there was some. I guess her dad died like a month ago, so
Okay.
she's been kind of going through it, apparently.
Sure.
Look,
Sure.
I don't want her to be fired. We all make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that she was able to complete a full newscast that rocked deserves some form of award. I know the Emmy noms just came out today.
Sure.
I don't think it's a
Maybe.
stretch to say that she should get one, because that's tough live on air. Because
Right.
the other thing you've got to worry about is swearing. So like if you said fuck and you're on local news with the
Yeah.
FCC, that's a $250,000 fine.
I love
And
it.
she didn't say that.
I love it.
She's just like, whatever.
You know
It's
what?
hot.
She was just sort of doing what the news should be, right?
And if you think that was just the only segment, it wasn't. Bob, can you pull up my Instagram? You can just post the clip you can just pull it up from last night, the one that I posted. Because I posted an entirely different one. And because other people hit me up and they were like, hey, she did the whole fucking show like that. And I was like,
Champ,
no
dude.
way, what a champion.
Champ.
So we love Heather Kovar, and I hope she gets her job back, because mistakes do happen.
Right.
She was here. She was an Austin reporter for a while at KVU.
She says a couple times. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you got to play that clip too?
All right. Thank you so much, Emma, for that report. The exhibit is open until August, so you can still check that out. Discover Schenectady. You should really check that out. They do so many good things in Schenectady. The leaders there, they are hopeful that that exhibit's going to bring even more events and exhibits to the area in the future. And so moving on tonight is we have to tell you also, like other news that's happening in the area and across the, the area in the nation. Let me tell you about this. A 4-year-old girl is actually dead. Another man is clinging to life after shooting in Ohio.
Oh, don't have her
right, thank you
cover
so
that
much, Emma.
shit, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, cool, fun, and flirty weather
Nothing you can do.
exhibits, but like,
It's pre-written. It's got to go through the
there
teleprompter.
had to be someone else.
You can't change it. What do you, like, when you're that wasted, what are you going to go and tell her between commercial breaks? Hey, we've changed the copy? That would be an even worse shitstorm.
Why is she not just reading the fucking teleprompter?
She is.
No, she's going
No,
off book.
she's going rogue, dude. Every line is.
It is.
She stopped there and she was like, but you know what? Hold on, let me
just go back.
Yeah,
disconnect,
yeah,
and you're
yeah, yeah, yeah. You should really go to that
You
exhibit.
need to be white knuckling.
Oh, just
being like,
reading.
"And the Schenectady
Yes.
Fair."
That's the thing. I'm like, what else is she on? Because she's not even trying to act. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. It's like you have the words written for you. They're right in front of you.
I got to stick it for Heather Cover on this. Okay.
No, she's great.
No,
I'm
it's
just
the other
saying.
part of this is there's somebody in the booth that is controlling the speed, or usually on the side of the camera, depending upon how great their equipment is. That's controlling the speed of the teleprompter. And if it's off by just a second and a half, you're fucked. There's a good shot somebody else had fucked up those lines, but probably because of the pauses she was taking before that. So she kind of did it to herself, but also, let's face it, these local news stations, you don't have the best crews working for you there. Like, it's not like you're getting Jeopardy crews, you know what I'm saying? Or like Wheel of Fortune.
Okay. All right.
So,
But like, yeah, I'm kind of with Bob on that. It's like if you knew you were drunk, you would just, I would literally, it's like people that are like trying to act sober.
yeah.
She has the words written
Yeah.
in front of her to do that, right? A lot of us have to just like act sober and come up with our own answers, right? To the question. She has it right there. Just like put one hand
in.
over your eye and just.
Blinders.
Yes.
Yeah, blinders. Craig Dulesky saying, appreciate that Craig was being calm, cool, and collected there. Craig, you just praise yourself in a non-third person way. Because
What I'm sorry, I read that.
It's $100. $100 from Craigers.
But for what does that mean? Appreciate that Craig.
Craig was the weatherman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was like, Craig, how about it? He's like, yep. Let's go ahead and get
he
you out of
did.
this
He
thing
did.
that you're in right now.
What I want to see is her return and what she says there. Do you know what I mean? Because she's going to have to, do you think,
I want to
address
see
it?
her on this show.
No, I know. I want her to like, she has to go on the news and sort of address, hey,
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
You've got to do some form
I'm
of apology.
back, right?
You got to do some form of apology, obviously.
An
but,
explanation, which I think Bob
but nobody
touched
will
on it.
care. Like,
No.
in my opinion, she's a legend, and it is getting really hard to get people to watch local news. Now you have a superstar in your hands.
No, it's great.
So the ratings will go sky high, and everybody would rally around the fucking TV and be like, "Great, that's the drunk news girl.
Right.
Come on over to the house. We're gonna watch her.
Oh, I definitely like her.
Love her. We love her. We want her on the show. Okay. Yeah. I want to party with her on Drinking Bros and then see what her breaking point is.
Right.
Now, yesterday we had a young man on the show who shotgunned 2 piss warm hard AFs,
Right.
8%, and he was wobbly towards the end.
Yeah, I think I wrote in the comments like, ew, put on a shirt. Gross. Ugh.
He was
No.
shredded. He was shredded.
We only had all the shredded dudes take their shirt off. Is that what happened?
No, I didn't take. I should have.
I think
Jesse.
Dan
if that's
and
what you wanted, I
Giorgio
would've,
did.
You know, yeah. If that's what you wanted, I'd do it for sure.
Giorgio, you got naked yesterday, I think, on the show?
He took off his shirt.
Well, he was supposed
for
to
the
take off
bros.
his shirt, but Giorgio, for some reason, took everything off.
Oh, did you really? I didn't see that back there. No, all
He
right.
likes,
Sure. And that's going to happen.
don't tempt
Obviously
him,
gonna
is what he
happen.
said. Don't tempt me.
Yeah, don't tempt him.
I mean, it was just cold in here, Ross. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you're not always
Sure.
going to see stuff.
Sure.
Desk.
Yeah, it is not cold.
You're not always going to see stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not always going to see
If
stuff.
it's
You're right.
warm, what he's saying, if it's warm, you would have seen that he was naked.
Sure.
But since it was cold, it just looked like underwear.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wasn't that cold in here? Air went out for a
Was
little bit
it?
of time.
Was it not?
We lost power a few times yesterday.
Oh,
so.
okay. So it was really hot.
It was a crazy storm.
Yeah.
You said it was like a monsoon. I don't get to see anything. So all these
Yeah,
walls
because
are
sometimes it
covered.
gets so hot it's cold again, guys.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
works- it
Yeah, I know
works the
that is.
same
You know, it's like
way.
a dry
I know this.
ice, right?
Yeah, I know exactly how that is. Exactly how that is. Emmy nominations just dropped here, and we're in the golden age of TV. There's a lot of great TV shows out there, better than movies, right? We're still in that camp.
Yes, definitely. I mean, if you're going through these, it's just like with the movies and Oscars, it's like, didn't see it,
Yeah.
wasn't good. Like with TV, I mean, I cannot choose.
Yeah,
in every
golden age
category.
of television this year, and because we have an 8-year-old, I go to the movies pretty much every weekend,
Right.
Because he enjoys it, and it's hot as hell, and it's a great escape, and
Right.
there's a full bar that I get to drink, so it's
Sure,
great.
and we're happy for you
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
that you sacrifice.
I enjoy it.
your time.
Well, some of these movies are a sacrifice.
No,
Doctor
that's
Strange,
true. I think
Thor was a real fucking sacrifice.
I think you saw Lightyear twice too.
Yeah. That was a terrible movie. Terrible movie. They're not very. I've seen 2 that are great this year. Top Gun, and there was one more.
Elvis.
Elvis was great. I enjoyed Elvis. Those are the only 2 that I really enjoyed. Everything else I've seen was crazy. I saw Thor over the weekend,
Yeah.
and it was terrible. It was like 90 movies pressed into one, and none of it really made sense. And everybody was doing their own character from some other movie that definitely wasn't Thor, including Russell Crowe. Now, the guy who did it, banged it out like always, is Christian Bale. That motherfucker thought he was in, The Godfather. I mean, he was amazing. Where you're just like, Jesus Christ, man. If everybody else was in an entirely different movie than Christian Bale was.
Right.
Now, Russell Crowe, they did him dirty in this movie. Real fucking dirty. And I'm not happy about it. They cast him as Zeus. He was in it. He chose not to work out to play the role of Zeus, which is a bold move. Zeus is the ruler of the world and galaxy, and he's got the lightning and bolts and the whole thing. And all he kept talking about was having orgies, right? Mm-hmm. Zeus, okay? Fun. Mm-hmm. Hot girls all around Zeus. Russell Crowe, I'm not going to say he put on weight for the movie, but I mean...
I'm going to have to disagree with you. Obviously. Bob, can we get a picture of... And I don't think they did him.
Get him in the movie. Don't.
No, I know.
Okay.
So we need Russell Crowe as Zeus, and get a pic that will really show how good looking he is.
Did we really need an entire movie from a commercial?
No, we didn't. We didn't need this movie whatsoever.
From a commercial, what?
Didn't this start as a commercial the first time he played Zeus as a character?
Really?
I don't know.
I bet.
Or am I confused?
I bet.
I don't know. You're probably confused.
And they just thought, oh, so funny.
Yeah, do you have a still of him in the movie? There you go. That's fine.
He looks like Santa.
I would love
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the full
Looks like
body
Santa,
one.
yeah.
The full body one.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, is there a full body one?
Like this one. That's good enough. Because I think they kept him behind that thing pretty much the whole time, right?
They didn't.
Oh, they didn't?
Nope, they sure didn't. And that's what I was thinking too. Not only did they not keep him in that, but they had him prance, so he skipped down the stairs to go to the guy, and he had a little dress on. This is now when you see the movie, this looks like a normal shot, right? It's a nice wide shot. That's what it should have been filmed in. They decided to punch in, and no one looks great punched in all the way like that. And then they ordered a size extra small for that little guard. What do you call that?
A little chest plate?
Yeah,
Ross, I'm going to blow your mind. I think this chest plate is CGI. I don't think he wore this in the principal filming of the movie.
Boy, then they did him real dirty.
He looks good.
They could have shrunk him down then. Then they did him real dirty. So his arms and stuff, and when you're the sides here were coming out of the thing, and it's he didn't even bother to do curls or triceps at all. And old school Russell Crowe, pull up a shot of him from Gladiator. I know that was 20 years ago, and I understand that. But he did.
We all know
none of the work.
Russell Crowe I will take to bed.
Obviously.
The Gladiator one does not do it for me. And the haircut.
I understand that, but pop it up, right? So same kind of chest plate, same kind of deal. Mm-hmm. And you know what you look like in that goddamn thing.
Sure.
And he just decided to do none of it. And in my opinion, they did him real dirty. If that's CGI, that's even worse. They could have taken that all the way in and make him look pimpy again. That's fucked up.
These Marvel movies are kind of known for over CGIing things, and then it's actually easier just to kind of redo everything than to try to clean him up in a way.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably the best matching job that they could do.
God damn it, man! They should have done better. They've boned him. They boned him. Now he boned himself by deciding to do a Super Mario Brothers accent.
Oh.
hey, I want a pizza. We're going to drive the car, grape, orgy. And he kept saying orgy over and over and over again. And I was just like, all right, cool, man.
Now, were you upset that Marvel is grooming your child?
Well, I thought about it, Bob.
What's worse, a lesbian kiss or this guy talking about orgies 20 times?
So I genuinely thought about it because in the theater I was like, well, fuck, what if he asked me, right, what an orgy is? And they said it 20 fucking times now. So here's the difference, Bob. It's a great question. It is my fault then as a parent because it was PG-13. Now, a G movie is a different fucking story. That's my fault. If we left that theater and he goes, Dad, what's an orgy? I'll be like, fuck. Like, I thought if he came home and was just like,
Right.
oh, yeah, Mom, give me a grape and an orgy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, Dad did that because he took him to a PG-13 movie and he's only 8.
I'm surprised that flies in a 13,
I know.
to be honest.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are going to be repeating it.
No, but it's words. So, like, I remember Accepted, they tell you how many shits you have, and that movie was called, the college was called South Harmon Institute of Technology. So they kept saying shit over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. They had to physically go back in and cut out, I think it was like 16, the word shit over and over again. And at PG-13, you get one fuck, just one. Now, you used to get a titty back in the day in a PG-13. You don't get a titty anymore. But you get one fuck, and I think it's
I forgot what we were talking
shits.
about for a second.
Do we not get more now? I feel like we've like pushed the boundary of what is PG-13.
Definitely. And like
I feel
bitch, ass,
Bitch ass,
frontal.
yeah, you can say that. Yes.
taint,
Yep.
boob,
Squirt.
vagina, squirt.
Yes. Yeah.
You stopped, Giorgio. You stopped.
You stopped.
I know you've got more. Prolapse.
Yeah, but it would have been my fault, Bob. But they did Russell dirty. That movie was just a disaster of a film.
Okay.
And there's some fun, flirty parts, but it was half romantic comedy, half just like straight up like. It kind of reminded me of like old school He-Man, where you're laughing at it. Mm-hmm. If they would have done the whole thing campy, I just wouldn't have gotten Christian Bale to do it.
Right.
Because Russell Crowe was campy as shit. The rest of them were kind of campy. Christian Bale was going for an Oscar.
Sure.
And I mean,
he doesn't know any other way, though.
and he shouldn't.
Right.
That was just the wrong movie for him. Was he? Oh, that's right. He was Batman as well. I was like, man, if you're gonna do these fucking things, just put him in all of it.
Yeah.
He's the best there is. That guy, Jesus Christ, man.
Lord.
It's crazy. And a movie that, if you see it and you're out there, I'm not going to spoil any of the endings or any of that other shit, but like if you see it and you're out there, I mean, you got to ask yourself the question, what is this guy doing in that film? Like, I just couldn't get over it. I was like, what are you doing in this movie? I mean, he was going for it.
In what movie?
Thor. I mean, he was going for the Oscar.
Christian Bale in Thor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
everyone else was definitely in some other film.
how many scenes did he have with other people, though? Like real other people?
Do you know
what I mean?
A lot.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. There was a scene with his daughter that was pretty emotional, and you were just like, oh, shit. And when it started, because it starts off with him, just him. And I didn't know when Thor and all that shit was going to come in, and I was like, yo, this is going to be dope, man. Christian Bale is fucking amazing. And then they kind of bounced, and it was just like, oh, all right, well, here are these other idiots.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
enough about Thor.
Yeah. But I saw it, and it's out there. It did Russell Crowe dirty. Sorry.
And again, I do not agree.
Yeah. You never will. You never will.
What?
On that size. That's your size.
Yeah.
Brendan
I
Fraser, Russell
agree
Crowe.
with you sometimes. I thought you were coming.
Sure. No, I'm not coming
from
for
you. No, because I
Not at
agree
all.
with you. In the percentage
And
wise,
I
probably
think you're
2%.
purposely trying to feed me more and more to look like that one day.
No,
And
I'm
I'll get
not.
there.
I was trying.
I'll get there one day
and
for
you
sure.
Said no.
Yeah, I'll get there one day for sure.
You put the kibosh on that early on the relationship.
It's too early.
No. Like I was doing like all my faves, like a biscuit and gravy,
Yep.
a lasagna, a chili. I mean,
It's
this
too
was
early
every
in life.
night.
If you start this early, by the time you're 60, you'll be 400 pounds, and there's no going back. Because then you want to eat healthy again.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Russell Crowe's age, that's it. He's got to be what, Bob? 60? Is he 60?
And there's
62?
something. This is what I mean. There's something. I'm going to put this to bed, right?
Yeah.
Not with Russell Crowe, obviously,
put the
but I'm
baby
going
to bed.
put this to bed. There's something sexy about the confidence of being like, fuck it.
He's 58.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
50,
mean?
yeah.
The confidence that comes with like an older, bigger dude is
Yeah.
just like, I don't fucking care.
Sure. Yeah, he doesn't care.
I'm putting this chest plate on. I'm eating this. He's probably gonna bang one of those chicks that he's standing next to, the actresses.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's still going to work for him
Yeah.
because he has the fuck it attitude. And
Sure.
that's what I mean when I'm like, I like it.
Jeremy Miller saying wasn't as bad as Doctor Strange. I agree. That was an all-timer. That was an all-timer. I was like, let's get out. That was like detention. I was like, is this over? No. Oh, it's 2.5 hours. You don't say. Oh, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, great. Benedict Cumberbatch, too. Great actor. He's just fucking checked out. Doesn't want to be there. Right. Now, if you're doing TV, these Emmy nominations, time of your life right now.
Now we've got some stuff to talk about.
Shit, dude. Best drama. I'll get and read these off here. Better Call Saul. Now, you and I have not gotten back into that. You refuse to. I will probably have to do so on my own, right?
Yep.
Nothing really happens. Like it gets really close to something happening, and then it never does happen. Is that kind of the gist there?
No, I just don't like the constant piggybacking on everyone's love of Breaking Bad. Mm-hmm. So
I understand it.
That's all. Like I thought the first season was great. You were just like, oh my God. And Odenkirk is amazing, right? Yeah. But it was just, I think more and more they had to be like, remember Breaking Bad? And you're like, yes, I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Yeah.
Euphoria. So yeah, but it was totally fine.
Euphoria is on there. Delco, you watch Euphoria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit overrated, right?
It's whatever.
It's, Giorgio, do you like it?
I mean, you just watch it because
Giorgio's shaking his head no.
If you want to get laid in 2020, you better know what's going on.
Exactly.
No, and I understand that. So
exactly right.
But as far as a show overall, Zendaya is fucking awesome. Or Zendaya.
I think there's a lot
every
of
girl you
great.
date to act like Zendaya.
Right.
And then just use that as some sort of excuse for just crazy outbursts.
Right.
It's
Sydney Sweeney's hot in that.
Sydney
obviously.
Sweeney.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's everyone's high school experiences like that.
Yeah, it's just real nostalgic for you guys, right? That's what it is. It's like Wonder Years for me.
Just taking pills, you don't know what they do.
Yeah.
It's my so-called life for this generation.
It is. It really is. Ozark's on here. Great show. Love Ozark. Love the ending of it. I was satisfied by the finale of it. Don't do a spinoff with the fucking kids or anything else. Let's just leave that as it is. Mm-hmm. But they'll probably do that and ruin it one day. But great show.
Sure.
Deserves all of it. Severance on Apple TV. I've not seen Severance.
No, but I've heard good things.
Okay. Squid Game watched, yes, on Netflix. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that. Stranger Things. All right. So Stranger Things. I sleep on Stranger Things every single year. Every single year, I'm like, after the first season, my face was torn off. I don't know. Was it during the pandemic?
That what?
The first one, or was the second season come out during the pandemic?
Second or third, yeah.
Second or third, yeah.
Second. First season came out in like 2016. Right?
Yeah. Either way, first season comes out, amazing, freak out, holy shit, this is amazing. And then second season, I was like, they look a little older. I don't know if I'm really into it. Watched it, just as good as the first season. Oh my God, you did it. Mm-hmm. Third season comes out. Same thing. I'm like, oh man, they're really looking older. I don't know if I can get into this anymore. Bangers across the board. Right. This last season comes out. Every episode is an hour and a half, and then the last one's going to be 2.5 hours. All right, I'll give it a shot. And it's amazing again. I don't know why I keep sleeping on the show. It has never not been great. Mm-hmm. I have enjoyed every single season. Have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am not watching this because I cannot.
Newborn. Yeah.
Newborn.
Yeah.
I have a baby. You do not, right? So you get to watch it. But yeah.
Any animosity there or no?
No, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, Stranger Things, yeah, everybody knows. Everybody gets it. Everybody's seen it. Fine. Succession.
Amazing.
Amaz.
25 nominations for Succession.
Absolutely deserves every one.
Best
Yellow
drama,
Jackets.
Best drama on television, yes?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Yellow Jackets is fucking fire.
Amazing. Can't wait for the next season, right?
Yep. Comedy's up next. Abbott Elementary.
So I've heard.
It's really good.
I've seen one episode. It's very good.
It's very good. Barry, I can't get into. Whenever
People
they do
fucking love it.
the LA bullshit, I can't do it.
Do you guys like Barry? Does anyone watch Barry?
I watch it.
Yeah,
You
is
do.
it good?
I haven't seen the new season,
Yeah.
but I like the first two.
Oh, right.
I'm I think it's a little bit into the second season, and I kind of stopped, but it's good for no reason. Like, it's good. I like it. Yeah.
Right.
I felt so on that White House trip that I went on.
Yeah.
I went with the lead opposites. I went with the guy with alopecia,
People
the
love
bald
it.
guy.
Yeah.
Dude, we got stopped everywhere for
Yes.
Barry. People love that
Yeah.
show, and I was just like, holy shit, man.
It's one of those that I didn't give a chance to, because the first episode, I'm sure you guys would agree, was like, all right, what?
If you're from LA and you watch it, and when people try to do like acting through lines, in my opinion, it's only been done great twice.
Right. So
Swingers.
it was a little bit triggering, yeah.
Swingers did it perfectly, and it was an unbelievable execution.
Right.
And then I think Waiting for Guffman, as far as like the theater goes, like that was amazing.
Sure.
I couldn't get into Barry, but yeah. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I hated that season. I don't know if you liked it. I checked out after 3 or 4 episodes.
I like every single season of Curb.
Gross.
100%.
Okay. All right.
That's all.
I think
That's all I'm going to
this
say.
should be done.
Agreed.
Thank
With
you.
Jesse.
Yes.
Not with you.
No, I know.
me.
I understand. I understand. You guys are so starved for comedy that you're willing to do it, and
No, it's not that. It's not fucking that.
Yep.
You don't watch it.
There is no beginning, middle, and end. I watched the first 4 episodes.
Curb is terrible.
Yes.
The what?
Correct. The
Curb is
news.
terrible.
It's terrible.
Absolutely
don't,
trash.
Don't listen
Curb
to
is
Giorgio.
terrible?
Don't listen to Giorgio.
From
Giorgio-
beginning to end, or this last
No,
season?
just this last
All of
season.
it.
Don't
No,
listen
it's
to Giorgio
not.
about this.
Giorgio.
He's heartbroken.
I
over-
love Curb.
Giorgio knows where
love
his,
Curb, I just don't like this
bread is
season.
buttered.
Yeah.
No,
Do you know
he
what I
is-
mean?
The girl that broke his heart liked Curb, so now he hates Curb.
Oh, see?
All right.
See?
Now we're getting
See?
somewhere.
See?
Now
This
we're
is a
getting somewhere.
storyline
Yeah.
on Curb.
On Curb, yeah.
No, it's just not funny. It's awkward. It's every interaction and situation that I don't want to be in, and that it's just
know.
even awkward to watch.
And he does everything that you wish you could do, right? So it's like all these
Yeah.
awkward things that people are going to get into. You're going to get into these situations. What he does is what you wish you could do, but you would never.
New season of Curb. He interacts with Dan Holloway every day, and Dan doesn't shoot him.
Who?
Oh, that's what you want? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I hate it. It's so annoying. Like, someone would just smack you in public, like pour water on your head. Like,
You know what? That would be a good last season.
Light him on fire? Yeah, if he
Somebody
died.
fucking kills him,
Yeah,
right?
he died, yeah.
He's old. Nobody beats up an old man.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but that's Curb, though, right? That would be the
That's
perfect
Curb.
ending. Is if he got knocked out on the streets of New York and then died, like on like a weird $1 million baby type sitch where he hit his head on the curb and then died. Like
yeah,
he's paralyzed, and that's it.
maybe
That would be the best ending of Curb ever.
maybe.
I mean, I enjoyed when the season came out where he's wearing the MAGA hat just solely to be left
It
alone.
was so good.
No, I like this. Ross, he's knocked out. He's in a coma, or he's like no longer nonverbal. So it's just in his head.
Oh, it'd be great.
Oh,
It'd be great.
dang.
Dun,
See, Giorgio?
dun, 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 dun,
You
dun, dun,
love the
dun, 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 dun.
show.
That'd be
You
great.
love the show. He's older. He's super fucking rich. He's weirdly famous adjacent. He gets to do whatever he fucking wants to, and you guys are jealous. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Carry on.
No, I love Curb. It just wasn't a good season. Hacks is up next. You watched that. How was it?
It was good. I feel like I'm being forced into liking it because everyone else does, and they're telling me that I'm supposed to like it. But acting wise, I don't love somebody acting like a comedian. To me, that's a little bit like a somebody white person
Right.
like rapping or whatever. So someone that's like not a comedian, but like doing the
Yeah.
cadence of
Yeah,
a comedian. It
bothers
makes
you.
me very uncomfortable. I don't like the other character opposite of her. So, look, Jean Smart, amazing. The show as a whole, I don't know. People love it though, so I must be dumb. all
The
I'm
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is up next.
Nope.
I'm
Trash.
not a fan.
Giorgio, that's
Giorgio
for you.
loves it.
Trash.
It's a good show, Giorgio. Conceptually, beginning, middle, and end, all that other shit, it's fine. It's not my favorite, but I understand why people like it.
You messed with me, Giorgio.
Only Murders in the Building.
yes.
Is that Martin Short?
Martin
Yep.
Short and Steve Martin's fantastic.
God.
It's fantastic.
Put the
It's
camera on Jesse.
absolutely-
Just put the camera on Jesse, dude. I can't do this. I can't do
Oh, Martin Short.
this. Dude, why?
Martin Short is amazing. The show is so good. The framing of the show, crime podcast. Thank you.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah,
It's wonderful. Yeah. And
absolutely amazing.
it's genuinely funny. And it's like,
I love Steve Martin. I'm a huge Steve Martin fan.
It's pretty G-rated, so it doesn't get the kind of like hype of like an edgy comedy.
Yeah.
But it's like a sweet, funny, character-driven show, and it's not like Ted Lasso where it's just like, oh, it's funny how sweet he is. Like,
No.
it's they're cutting, like they're mean to each other and stuff. They just don't like say like dick and pussy and
It's a perfect segue, Bob. Ted Lasso's up next.
fuck Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I heard that show jumped the
don't
shark, and
mind.
they're only doing one more. Yeah.
I don't mind.
They're only
a Ted
doing one more.
Lasso,
I didn't like it
guys.
either. I'm with you.
I really liked the first season, and then the second season was just like, oh, actually, no one can be this happy. He's the saddest man on earth. His dad killed himself. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Like it's just, and it sucks because I love Bill Lawrence. Like I love Scrubs.
I hate Bill Lawrence.
Yeah,
I like Scrubs.
I did
hate
like the first
Bill Lawrence.
season too. Season as well.
Yeah, the first season was good.
Yeah.
But then after that, it just kind of went downhill. What We Do in the Shadows. I've watched. I think I watched the pilot episode. Now that's pretty fucking funny. But it doesn't get a lot of press. That
Well,
just
it's
kind of
been-
just shows up on FX or Hulu, and you're
It's
like,
not as good
all right.
as the movie, but like it never could be.
Right.
For
Sure.
what it is, it's awesome. Continue
Yeah.
on that like concept.
And it's been kind of like underrated for a while, right? And is finally getting shine, I think.
yeah. And here's where I'll bitch to no end. Righteous Gemstones is not on this list, and it's
Yeah.
probably the only true comedy out of this entire list, besides Curb.
Yeah.
Abbott Elementary is kind of fun in like a Parks and Rec type of way. But as far as true comedies go, and the best comedy that there is on television, it is definitely Righteous Gemstones. So that is fucking shocking to me. And I'm just going to scroll down. Best Actor in a Drama Series, Jason Bateman, yes. Brian Cox, yes. Whoever the Asian guy is in Squid Game, sure. Bob Odenkirk, sure. Adam Scott in Severance. Oh, Jeremy Strong's going to win that from Succession. That is all wrapped up for him. Lead actress, Jodie Comer, Killing Eve. Haven't seen it. Laura Linney.
Yes.
Yep. Give it to her. Melanie Linsky in Yellow Jackets was good.
Yes.
Sandra Oh in Killing Eve. We don't watch it. Reese Witherspoon, Not a Prayer. Zendaya. She'll probably win. She was pretty fucking good. She's pretty fucking good in that. I'll give it to Zendaya again. Lead actor in a comedy series. Now, it's interesting that Atlanta did not get nominated, but Donald Glover himself did. So the show itself didn't. I'm a big fan of Atlanta. However, that is not a comedy anymore, and I wonder if they dinged him for that.
They just need to put Donald in somewhere. You know,
He was missing in half the episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's kind of like a make good for Donald.
Sure. Interesting season, but he was missing from half the episodes. So, but your boys all showed up in here. Steve Martin, Martin Short,
Yep.
Jason Sudeikis from Ted
Yep.
Lasso,
Yep.
Nicholas Hoult, and Bill Hader are in there. Lead actress in a comedy series, Rachel Brosnan, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Quinta Brunson, it's with a Q. Kaylee Cuoco, Elle Fanning, and Issa Rae and Gene Smart. Gene Smart will probably win that. And then I think you're all good after that. But there is a million great television shows that are out.
Yeah.
And this shows how many there is where you're just like, oh, shit. I haven't even watched The Staircase because I'm looking at limited series here.
Yeah.
The Staircase was based off of that. It's a scripted version of the documentary you and I saw, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How is it? Because people are starting to bitch that a lot of documentaries are getting made into scripted, and they're like, hey, dude, we watched the real people do this shit already. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I don't do that. I didn't watch it.
Okay. Because some people who watched it were pissed. They were like, dude, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
and it
because
took a different narrative, I guess?
Yeah, so a documentary is already skewed, right? Mm-hmm. It's already one person's version, and they can make you feel whatever. So with scripted, it goes even farther in that direction. And, you know, the only way to do that is if they make the movie first, and then the documentary comes out after. But if you've already seen the documentary, if you've already seen, you know, made your own opinions and went on the journey, like, I don't need to see Toni Collette and, you know,
Right.
Colin Firth
Yeah.
play the people that were so intriguing in real life. Like, there's no way that they could hold my attention more than the real fucking dude. Believe me.
Yeah. Bill Schofield saying Gemstones will never get a nom because, I mean, Hollywood would have to admit dongs are hilarious. There's a dick in pretty much every episode, and it's hilarious. Yes, it is. I don't know why it doesn't get nominated. Same with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Did he get nominated for his other stuff though, like Eastbound and all
Nope.
of that?
None of them.
So I think they just don't.
Those are the only comedies, though.
They clearly just don't like him.
But
or they
those are
don't-
the only real comedies, but nobody else got nominated from the show. Like Edie should have been nominated for sure. Like that's
Right.
crazy to me.
Yeah, they just don't nominate that kind of stuff. Like Letterkenny never gets nominated.
Yeah, like
that
if
show
it's-
Shoresy, that's like a spinoff of Letterkenny, was not nominated.
If it's kind of like alternative a little bit and it's not completely for the masses, I guess that makes sense.
Let me scroll on down here. So, like, I'm looking at supporting actress. This is where Edie should be, right? They've got Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, from Saturday Night Live. Like, what
That's
is
a-
the question?
But
That's a fucking like.
It's
Thank you for your service nomination.
yeah, but
It
that's
is-
a mainstream show.
it is
It's been going on
but
forever.
it's at least Saturday Night Live is still a comedy. I'm going to use air quotes on that, but it's a comedy,
Okay.
whereas the rest of these aren't. Not in a traditional sense, at least. So, yeah, it's strange. It's a bunch of people from Ted Lasso. 3 people from Ted Lasso.
Would you consider Succession a comedy?
No, that is a hardcore drama. It's got great writing and it's very witty, but that is not a comedy at all.
has-
And it's in the drama category, by the way.
Right, but it probably has some of the funniest lines on TV.
Oh, 100%. I mean, shit, dude. That could, if you wanted to, like, damn. Yeah.
There's one show on here that didn't get anything, and it's probably the best and funniest show on TV. And I'm annoyed that didn't get anything.
Which one?
The Boys.
Oh, so, dude, Jensen's in that. Jensen's in The Boys. A lot of people love this on Amazon Prime. I went and checked out one of
you
the
joking?
episodes. No.
Oh, I just
Okay.
got into
Nope.
it. I'm like almost through season 3. It is amazing.
Yeah, dude. So
It's aggressive.
It's very aggressive. There was one scene where a guy's dick explodes. Shit, am I spoiling anything or no?
No.
No.
There's a lot of dicks that explode, I feel.
Tons.
right.
And,
it's not pivotal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've only because the listeners sent it in, they were like, hey, if you love dicks, you're going to love this. And it was episode 3, season 3, and then they gave me a time code, and I was like, oh, great. And I was like, holy shit. It was like a 12-minute scene. And I was a big fan.
Well, you had always wondered what the inside of a dick looks like, right?
Right.
And then you got
I have
that
my
on this
answer.
episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Or what
I
it would
got the
feel like
answer
if
from-
someone, just crawled up there and started messing around.
Right.
Oh, was that his dick or his asshole?
It was his dick, yeah.
It was his dick hole, yeah.
It was his dick
He
hole.
was just rubbing the sides of it like a furry wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I get documentary recommendations, but good for you guys.
No, but Starlight, first of all, how have girls not gone to Starlight for Halloween yet? Well, how's that a crazy, huge thing?
They do.
Oh, do they?
A lot. I've seen a lot of Starlights on IG and whatnot.
So the one problem with Amazon Prime, and they've always had this problem, they've only had one show top 1 million viewers, just one, and it was Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. For whatever reason, like even talking to my mom the other day, she was just like, I don't watch anything on Amazon Prime, because it feels weird because you shop off there.
Sure.
And it does feel odd.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a different
yeah.
app. It's the
Yeah,
Amazon
yeah,
Prime
yeah.
Video app.
It is,
Right.
but still, even us at home, that's the last one we go to. Like we
True.
go if we're gonna rank it at home, just us sitting in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/drinking bros with the adjustable base in TV mode.
Sure.
It is Netflix, HBO,
Showtime.
Hulu. Mm-hmm. Hulu's come up because they own everything on the back end. What? Showtime.
Netflix is your first?
Yeah.
Still first?
I'm
It's like
old.
shopping at Walmart.
I'm old
But-
and I'm poor.
It's not that. It still holds that cachet because I'm still watching Stranger Things and shit. So I'm like, all right, now that will pass as soon as I finish with Stranger Things, and I think my new one will be HBO. Like that's still my number one.
You forget that Netflix has given you some of the greatest content
I know.
ever. Not anymore,
spoiled.
maybe.
You're spoiled,
Not anymore,
Giorgio.
maybe. But I don't like that you're disloyal.
The only reason I pay for Netflix is so that other people can use my account. I don't even open that app anymore.
I'm just saying you have to go body of work. I love that you just, throw Netflix away so willy-nilly because of
YouTube
their
is what I open first now.
YouTube. Oh, he's so young and fresh, huh,
No,
Giorgio?
not
You're
that.
so young and fresh, Giorgio.
I'll say this, Giorgio. So I open up YouTube before I do Amazon Prime, for sure, 100%. And YouTube's TV because we have YouTube TV now. We cut
Yes.
the cord after The NFL is gone from DirecTV. Fuck you. We cut the cord and have YouTube TV. It is great. YouTube TV is great.
Right.
You have all of those?
What?
You have all of those? I mean, so do I, but then you also paid for cable TV. Like, I haven't paid for cable TV in probably a decade.
Oh, well, fuck. And you throw in ESPN Plus? Yeah, we're paying.
And you throw in Peacock?
No.
Discovery
No.
The cock?
No, I'm telling him all the ones
There's
I
no
have.
I
reason
know
to
that
have
you
the
have
Apple
There's
TV.
no reason to have the cock, dude.
We really need graphics
None.
so we can just title all of this up.
Oh, yeah, and then put the number by it so Ross can be like, what the fuck?
I know.
You pay for all these?
The best part about the cock too is that they're like you're paying for premium content that has a shit ton of commercials.
Yeah, you're still watching commercials and that bullshit.
Right.
It sucks. And if you're right, Giorgio, if we tallied up the numbers, I think we're probably in the neighborhood of 120, 125.
Oh, that's not bad. I was thinking you were easily cracked too.
No. Well,
Probably.
You know where we cracked to? The goddamn UFC fights. Those are $70 bucks.
Pay-per-view is expensive.
It is.
Yeah, and that's a
it's
different
twice a
situation.
month. So it's like, all right, fuck you, Dana White.
Well, you know, maybe if you wanted to be a man of the people and come hang out with your lonely servants at, Little Woodrow's every Saturday.
Not during the summer. It's,
It's too hot.
So bad.
It's too hot. Yeah.
You're inviting me, right? Not
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
No,
I'll go.
we clearly were eye contact
yeah.
with Jesse.
Cigs
I
outside.
like, oh, dude,
Cigs outside
sticks?
for-
Can we smoke
You
sticks?
can smoke
Yeah.
sticks, yeah.
Yeah, you can smoke
Freedom
outside.
torches.
All right. Now
Smoke
we're
some freedom
talking.
torches, yeah.
Freedom torches. I'm a big
Freedom
fan of
torches in the 112-degree heat.
that. Yeah.
Yes. UFC, which I love.
You know what doesn't have commercials, though?
What's that?
Patreon.
That's true. But Patreon's great, and we love it. And we've got ton of shows on there now. Go to Drinking Bros Podcast on Patreon. I'm waiting for their app to be done. I know they're working on it for TV. As soon as that's done, game over. Game fucking over. I talked to them. I talked to the head of Patreon. They're working on their own video app. Because right now they're running off of Vimeo and YouTube, and as soon as they have their own video up there, it's over.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to bring an old show back. Do you remember the show Pants Off, Dance Off? I believe it was on VH1, where basically they would just play a song, and two contestants would basically dance and strip, and then the community would vote for which one of them they liked the better.
Look, Giorgio, and I'm into here's what I'm into too is bringing back a lot of things that we were able to do back then, right?
Yeah.
Right? You could have people strip on TV.
Life is changing, and I don't like it.
Well,
I know, guys, and
it's not
you
gonna
should be
change
the
on
most
podcast.
mad.
It's not going to change on podcast. So we got hit up by a porn star today, Giorgio.
Which one?
Allie Ray, if you want to look her up. Go ahead. About being booked on Drinking Bros podcast, obviously not this show. Her and her husband started, I guess, an OnlyFans. She was a porn star. They started an OnlyFans and made $1 million in a day.
Oh, is she the one that the couple that made a bunch?
I
Because
think
they only
so. Yep, they only fuck each other, I
Yeah.
believe.
yeah.
But you
heard
can pull up a
heard
picture
about
of her.
them.
Go to images, Bob. There we go. Pop it up for the people. Allie, ALLIERAE for Ray on that one. So yeah, you'll get to man that video, Giorgio. Whoop, can't show any of those. Nope, not on screen. Nope, can't show that one on screen either. There we go. There it is. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
So what? She's gonna what?
I think she's gonna come on Drinking Bros. So Giorgio, be on your best behavior that day, okay?
I think she's
gonna
too
be here.
young for Giorgio. Right, bud? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying yes.
Lisa Ann, did she get married? I thought she married somebody from McAfee's best friend.
Giorgio
Is that not
doesn't
true?
know. Why would
you didn't get any of
Giorgio-
those messages? Come on.
Giorgio doesn't know. Why would Giorgio know? I mean, that's so
should know.
crazy that you even asked that he
Stubby or
knows.
Tubby. We were tagged in it a bunch on social media. If you're in the chat right now,
Stubby or
say who that is. Yeah, it's a name like that where it was like, oh, Tubby got the girl or Stubby.
Stubby
Find
or
out
Tubby.
who it is. But
I'm doing fine, guys. Just on a path of self-reinvention.
sure.
Waking up at 6 a.m., making my bed.
This
Yeah.
is just a yes or no. Are you dating anyone?
No.
It's hell.
Tell?
It's hell out there.
Why? Why?
Dan, that's
Why
a
is
no.
the day? Is it because of the heat or
Dan?
just?
It is
Si-
the heat, too, yeah.
Yeah.
James, same question. Yes or no?
Life is just hell.
That's all.
All right.
That's your answer. Okay.
The only
And I love that.
the only
I
love
love
I
that.
get is the love of the bench press.
Oh my God.
Yeah. There it
These
is.
two, I'm telling you, these two need to buy a fucking fixer-upper together.
I told him that yesterday.
Ladies,
I told
all
him
the
yesterday.
ladies would love it.
I know.
We
Oh,
need a
God.
purpose.
Yeah, you need a purpose. You gotta get a fixer-upper, start building something. You know, filming yourself building it, shirtless.
Now's not the time to buy a house.
Well, but it's nuts.
Actually,
yeah. Well,
give it a couple months, friend.
Yeah, we've got a house for sale now. So yeah, you can make some deals right now for sure if you're out there. Yeah, it's cooling down. Thanks, Biden. Big shot out there. But yeah, you can get some deals if you guys did a shirtless fixer-upper OnlyFans thing where you guys are just handymen doing shit. Every woman in America would probably subscribe. My husband can't do anything like that. If you guys were just hanging flat screens all day, you guys would make $1 gajillion off of that. And you call yourself the handyman, the shirtless handyman.
I mean, we could just run back college hunks.
Yeah. Why not? Is anybody doing it?
The hunks.
Are they still doing it?
They're still a thing, yeah. I think. I mean, they're my former employer.
I know they are. It's time for some competition, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not in college anymore.
It's true.
What would you call it?
I don't know. I don't know if I signed a non-compete or not.
Check with your lawyer on that one. But you guys could be like the grad school, you know?
Is the title Home Improvement trademarked?
Yes, it definitely is. Definitely is. Bob could be your neighbor. Bob could be the neighbor who pops up over the
You
fence.
could name
and you only
it
see the top
Tool Time. Double
like that.
meaning,
You see,
huh,
we're-
guys?
We're here to improve more than just your house. We're here to improve your home,
your quads.
which means I bang your wife.
Yes, Giorgio. Yeah, because you could. Let's get into it because you could do it, and then you're also like quite sensitive too. So like, not only are you fixing stuff for this lady, but then you're going to also be able to talk to her about problems she's having
In her marriage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to
Bro.
take your wife. I'm here to support you as a husband.
The yuppie haulers.
Bro.
Yeah. Women
For
would
what
pay
it's
for that
worth,
shit.
I could find you balls deep in my wife and still be 0% afraid that she would run away with you.
Yeah. It's like that's a temporary thing. Like she'll come back.
Yeah.
Give it a weekend, right?
She's
Give
going
it
to
a
miss
weekend.
the country club. She's going to miss the country club.
Give it a weekend
You go
because
have
it
your
would be fun. If he had like some festival going on or whatever, and he was like the main dude there, it would be fun. But then,
All Bob's thinking is like, I win every argument for the next year and a half.
Yeah.
dude,
But she's going to miss the country club. We were watching the Kentucky Derby this year. Oh, I don't know. Georgia's he's got streaming or something.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
his
We'll be at the
friends
country
were
club.
having like a shed party.
Yeah. Like, oh no, he lives in a stable.
yeah.
So it's
we were actually right there in the
A
action.
container.
He
lives
got
in
a
a shipping
gig
container.
actually brushing the horse. I don't know. We got to stay in the stable. It was awesome. I couldn't see any of the Derby, but like I felt like I was in it. You know what I mean?
This is very accurate, and I'm a little bit triggered.
I know we're going too far.
Like
huh?
you're really like you stabbed and then you twist.
No, I know. We went too far. And it's just because we love you.
Because I may invite a woman that I don't know on a first date to a job,
You fucking should, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing sexier.
even if my job is shoveling horse manure at the Kentucky Derby.
No, it's like no,
You're
you
laying
definitely
cable.
that's no, he's like got a camera in the hand. He gets to go like up front backstage, right?
Yeah, Giorgio's never really had like a job.
No.
No.
That was a
Struggles, you know?
joke.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a joke.
I wore a polo. It was tucked in every day. I had a name tag on. There was a company email address.
Oh,
Was
at
it Best Buy?
At Geek Squad? Yeah.
Did you work at Geek Squad?
No.
Oh, I was like, all right.
I did work at a college's computer repair and IT helpline.
All right.
So people would just call in and I would talk to you and tell you how to fix
But you
your
wouldn't show up
email.
at their house?
No.
You ever
Man.
valet cars at a poor Disney World resort?
Oh, are we going here? Are we going worst jobs right now? You ever been a line cook
do it.
out of McAllister's?
No, I've been a dishwasher at a tavern.
You ever been a baked
Yeah.
potato wrapper?
Me
at a
too,
fish
me
fry?
too.
I have too, yeah. Who was yours? Shout them out. Where were you dishwashing at?
The brew pub, the Ojai Brew Pub.
Okay.
So I would wash dishes and bus, and then I would actually host at night. So I would have to like dry my clothes like on the oven.
Sure.
So yeah, it was so cool. And then the rustic, obviously,
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
best and worst job.
I like that bar. I like
Yeah,
the
it's
and
the
everybody
best
loves the
and
rustic, but
worst
it would
bar.
be the worst job in America.
Yes.
Let's see, Olive Garden, obviously, and then Hoster's, which was a brew pub in Columbus, Ohio. It was like the first time I'd ever been to like a craft brewery where you're like, oh
Right.
shit, they make their own beer here.
Can I change my answer? The NASCAR cafe at the Sahara, at the Sahara in Vegas, old
That
Vegas.
sounds like a good time.
It was actually a fucking good time, but the work part wasn't, right?
No.
What
was the heat like
the
there?
Summer,
That's right, you lived in
so
Vegas.
we would actually have, since we were at the end, but we had this big NASCAR kind of roller coaster
Yeah.
that was on top of, you
Yep.
could hear it coming through. You could hear it and you could see it from really far away. And these, in the days when you could people didn't know that seeing a building in Vegas and thinking that it's close doesn't mean anything, right?
No.
So in the heat, people will be like, we're just going to walk to the NASCAR. So they can see the roller coaster. They can see the big NASCAR cafe. They show up. I've had to call ambulance. I've had to call paramedics because people show up there and they're drenched, heat exhaustion, NASCAR fans. That's all I'm going to say. Love you guys.
Yeah, but
Love you guys.
It's a bigger group of boys and girls.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Painted apartments in the summer, the Florida summer heat and humidity. Didn't get paid.
Great.
Shouts to College Works Painting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did you fall for that scheme, by the way? Like everyone gets that email and gets that phone call of
Right.
college painting.
Fraternity brother. He just dragged me in. There's 20 of us. We just ripped heaters in the summer and painted apartments for free, I guess.
Oh, you didn't make $1.
Not a single dollar.
Great.
It was one of the scams that go around, like Northwestern
yeah.
Mutual.
There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them.
Did I tell the story of my middle school science teacher coming in and
Hitting on you?
me? Yeah. That was fun because Vegas is different. Vegas means it's nothing ever happened in the past. Nothing's going to happen in the future, right?
Yeah.
Vegas is the present. So it's I wasn't your middle school teacher,
Was
right?
he a good-looking guy?
Yes.
Okay. And how'd that shake out?
I ended up not going.
Okay.
It was one of those things that when it really came down to it at the end of the night when they asked me to meet them, I was like, I don't think I can go through with this.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I
right?
can tell the story.
Yeah.
But this could segue a little bit into, have you heard the ongoing saga of Armie Hammer selling timeshares?
Yeah.
Okay,
Down
so
in the Cayman
is
Islands.
this, but all I want to ask is this real or not?
It is real.
Have we debunked
Nope,
it?
nope,
Okay.
it is real.
Okay.
So, Bob, if you pull up, just Google Armie Hammer TMZ.
Oh, did you want to get into the middle school teacher, Giorgio?
Oh, no.
We'll get to it on our
Yeah.
show. On our
Actually,
show, that's
grappling
what I.
with the past?
Now that's what I call trauma.
Yeah.
6,
Instead of us
where we listen to songs and talk about how they trigger us.
Instead
Yeah.
of us investing in property, why don't me and Giorgio going in on timeshare?
Now this is why I bring it up because Dan, I thought that you either did this or you just joke about doing
Correct.
it all the
Oh, no,
time.
my parents have a timeshare.
Oh, they
Okay,
do?
yes,
Yeah. All
yes.
right.
So
There
they
it
got
is.
duped by this
no.
guy.
Yeah,
so
we've had a timeshare for 15 years now.
is this a lookalike? Is this a lookalike?
No.
Or is it really
This
him?
is really Armie Hammer.
Okay.
So he's been there. His best friend owns this joint down there. And he was recorded giving a full-on pitch of hey,
Okay.
for $11,846, you can have this timeshare down in either the Bahamas or Jamaica. Or no, I'm sorry, it was the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands, and you will own this timeshare. It's lovely. I'm going to walk you through the property. So they've got shots of him walking the families through the property and everything else.
Wow.
And he's wearing the outfit. That's the outfit
What
they
do
wear
we-
and everything else.
What do we reckon? Why? What's up? He has family money. He is part
I'm
of
with you.
a
Unless,
really rich, freaky family.
yeah, and it doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, pop that picture up, Bob.
Did he get disowned by the dad,
There you
and
go.
now he's sending a message?
So look at the two people that are blurred out. Those are obviously the older people there who are just there for the timeshare. It's probably all the money they have left, and they just want to do it. They want to
are
get a
people
timeshare
still-
down in the Cayman Islands.
Why hasn't someone done investigative journalism on this? Right?
Oh, you get a free lunch.
You get a free lunch. Yeah, you get a free lunch. Sometimes you get a free stay for the weekend. You got to go to 8 hours worth of seminars, but
Maybe
whatever.
some
man.
golf clubs.
Yeah,
I think he's sending a message. His dad has always his super rich art mogul. I mean, insanely rich dad has always been very critical of his career. Hated the acting thing. Blah blah blah. Wasn't cool about it at all. So I'm wondering if he cut him off or something, and this is him
Potentially.
sending a message because I can't understand why else.
And to your points for the audience, because you're at home probably saying to yourself, it's Armie Hammer. He's rich off of his movies. He was, yes, but he got divorced. Half of that went to her. And then there's some legal battles that are going on behind the scenes from biting these women and trying to eat them and shit like that. Those are still ongoing. And then he slinked away down to the Cayman Islands. And this is the first time he's kind of popped up. So, yeah, this might be his real job. And it is his buddy that owns this joint, this timeshare joint. Or he could have put his own money into it and said, all right, this is it. And this is my future. And I'm kind of stuck at this point.
It's not stuck. It's creating generational wealth.
Right. But either way, he's working. And I'm not going to shame him for working a job. Do you remember the guy from the Cosby Show who was bagging groceries at Trader Joe's?
I don't know if that's what this is. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think this is kind of what he's done. Like I think he's down to this. I really do.
I think the difference, like I said, the difference is Armie Hammer is trust fund upon extremely wealthy family that is still alive, continues to be. So
you and I
think it's a little bit different, and I want to know what the answer is.
You and I have a friend who has a father with a trust fund and all that shit, and he was cut off. What happened to him?
I don't know who it is.
Creditors are calling. Yes, you goddamn well know who it is.
Oh.
Yeah, longer hair.
Oh, sure.
There it is. Creditors are calling.
King of Austin, right?
Yeah. Creditors are calling place to place to place. What happens when you're out? What happens when you've burned every last bridge? You've eventually got to do shit like this.
I don't know if he had
You
a
move.
trust fund, though.
Yeah, but
You sell your snake oil somewhere else. You come back.
the problem
Yeah,
is, though, if
I
you're
don't-
Armie Hammer, you're really fucking famous in the United States. You're not going anywhere. He was in the fucking Lone Ranger and Social Network and all of the things.
I know.
Where do you go?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just claim bankruptcy.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't want to pay the wife. Maybe he doesn't want to pay
But
the
guess where he's at?
support.
He's in,
Yeah.
he's in the Cayman Islands. He's still got to
Okay.
live on his own, though.
Okay. I just think it's fucking
Hear me
really
out.
It
weird.
is. It's
Hear
weird.
me out.
Carry on.
People, it's very easy to get away with murder in the Caymans
Okay.
and stuff.
Okay.
He's
Now
eating
we're
people.
getting somewhere.
He's there to eat
Eating
people.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're
Maybe.
getting somewhere.
Now we're turning up the jets.
Also,
Because
it's-
if we found anything out about him, it was that he really wanted to eat some ribs, human ribs,
Yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
a live person.
From
right?
a live person.
So maybe
Maybe he's
That's
out there living
where
his
you
best
can
life.
fucking do
You can
that
buy somebody
shit.
there. You can buy a human there
Yeah.
and eat their flesh.
yeah,
Probably 12 grand.
sure.
Hey, dude, you want to eat the whole human? 12K. If you want to eat part of her, give me 3. Give me 2. And crypto, maybe. Who knows?
All right. Well, I mean, there
So
you
I
go.
think this is genuine because this is the 3rd or 4th time this has popped up now at this point.
Okay.
At like several months apart. I mean, unless it would be awesome if he's just doing a movie as a guy who's running timeshares and it becomes a bit, where it's just like, well, I was studying for the part.
I was Daniel Day-Lewising for. You never know. You never know.
But it's tough times out there for Armie, and at least he's got a job.
For everyone, I think
Yeah, we're heading towards a fucking recession, dude. It's
I
gnarly.
think he's kind of just like, look, it's hitting all of us, right?
Yeah.
It's not
And here I
just
am.
you guys, right?
Here I am.
Amber Heard's at the TJ Maxx. I mean, it's rough.
What?
It's an old story, but she made sure that she called the paparazzi to see that she was shopping at TJ Maxx.
Oh, that she doesn't have any.
Right.
Okay. By the way, some breaking news in that Alabama prisoner escape. Casey White, the lover and could have been husband of Miss Vicky, our favorite prison guard, has formally been charged with felony murder over her death. So,
Wait.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it changes nothing. He was never getting out.
No.
Right, but so he shot? How? Because
Well,
of the
initially they
ex?
said it was a suicide. So are we saying it's not a suicide now?
Now, I had my questions because of from the audio of inside the truck, it didn't sound like she was about to kill herself.
So it said
She
Vicky,
said turn around. She said just stop. She was saying You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She was giving him instructions to like either get away or stop or things like this. It wasn't like, I'm doing it, you know? Like, I'm just going to do it.
So
none of that.
They said that he showed no remorse right after learning of her death, and he's already serving a 75-year sentence. So what does it matter? What does one more murder at that point matter, I guess? You know?
Well, it matters because we need to know if he shot her.
Well, they're going to get to that.
Oh, okay.
They're going to get to that. The other thing they're going to get to is... they're
going to do a full, like, trial and investigation?
I'm sure. I mean, he'll just plead, you know? They'll charge him and he'll just plead and be like, hey, I'm guilty. Let's fucking skip it. Just add another life sentence. Who cares? Who cares, brother?
Okay.
The other one, too, that is going back into court is this Henry Ruggs, wide receiver for the Raiders. This is when I was in the coma, so I didn't get to share in the fun with this. But
did we have fun with this one, guys?
I don't know.
Was this the one where he punched?
No, he drove a car 156 miles down the Vegas Strip.
Oh, yes.
And it was so fast on camera that you were like, that's not a real car. And it was. So he's in court now. They're saying 2 to 20 years is kind of the...
Well, he hit somebody and then their car lit on fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it exploded. And it killed a woman and her dog in the car.
So I think our spin on it, too. By our, I mean, probably I drove it in that direction. But I was just like, how horrible is it if you get like that fucking wasted and you're trying to impress somebody and you fucking kill someone and the next day you're like,
oof.
God, fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those just like, oh.
Because, I mean, he was on his way to becoming a very, very good player.
Right. And we also were like, how could you ever drive that fast anywhere near the strip? Like, you can't fucking get an opening.
You can that late. So that late,
I guess.
you can do it. And it's totally possible. But why would you risk it? There's so many cops and everything else.
Dude, he was
the
juiced
last place
up.
to do it.
Life was good. He was fucking wasted. He was trying to impress somebody.
And then he killed somebody.
Yeah, dude.
So right now in court today, they're trying to argue that the results from his blood test shouldn't be admitted as evidence because I guess he refused a breathalyzer and then they took his blood later.
I did that. Bad idea, guys. Don't do it. Alcohol goes up as you're sitting there. Yeah.
0.16 was the tally there, which is double.
Mine was higher.
That is double there. But that's such a shitty story where it's just like, man.
It was. And I mean, like, when we talked about it, it was obviously insanely tragic, but in a lot of different ways where it was just like, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. And it wasn't the car, like, rented to. It wasn't even his. He just got, like, some badass car and was driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But that sucks. So that one's going to trial soon, and we'll see what happens. A minimum of 2, max of 20 in that, which is odd.
Well, it just the circumstances.
And I think
go through.
Yeah, I think you're trying to get the blood results removed, so that way it's not a DUI, and you can just chalk it up to an accident. That's my guess, right?
Right.
In court, which makes sense.
So it's like involuntary manslaughter or something like this.
Correct, and that's only a couple years usually. There's a couple players who went through that. I
bet.
Yeah. One of them hit me up privately on Twitter one time. He was not a fan of a tweet that I made. Got in my DMs, Dante Stallworth.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, you shouldn't talk about this or like
What'd
whatever,
you say?
blah, blah, blah.
Join the club.
No, I said, you fucking murdered someone, so you're really not one to be lecturing anyone.
Did that shut him up, Ross?
It sure did.
I betcha.
Sure did.
I bet you it did.
It's weird. When you murder somebody and then you bring it up to them, they're not...
They don't love getting into it. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to tackle it head on.
Yeah. They don't love regaling you with that.
Pun intended. So
sure.
Don't give a shit. And I thought it was. I got a hearty chuckle out of it all day because it was so. When it's just so fast. You're like, oh shit, did I spell this right? My response is too fast. Right now.
I do like that actually.
Oh well, fun show, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. It's all the advertisers care about. Also, go to Spotify. It's only a 5-star. That's it. Click the 5-star and then throw your phone out the window. That's all you have to do.
Oh, I thought it was your phone.
Here's my phone. I hate this phone. It's a piece of shit.
Don't throw it.
So what you do is you go to Spotify. What is there, 1 million text messages?
Don't throw it.
Great. click the 5-star, and then boom.
Don't
then
throw.
then you chuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about that
George.
phone. I hate it. I hate the goddamn phone.
Don't throw the phone. It's not going to make it any better. Thank you, Giorgio. Giorgio caught it. It
well,
didn't fall.
A lot of people.
It didn't fall on the
A lot
ground.
of people ask me. They're like, "Hey, dude, why aren't you using the flip phone?" So it doesn't have enough storage on it. It's only got 256 gigs. Obviously, in production, that's a bitch. However, I'm saving
Giorgio
it.
bleeds for this.
It will
He bleeds for this.
Yeah, the second I retire, we're all done here. That is a flip phone. No more internet whatsoever. We're all done. Everything else. Because lastly, they changed no more videos on Instagram. So it's reels only. And that's kind of it. So that fun little push where they were paying all of us to do reels.
Dunzo.
Yeah, it's going to be done.
All
It's
right.
going to be done. Now it's all videos now. So all videos are reels. You're welcome. They're just trying to become TikTok. Just call it ZuckTalk at this point. If that's what you want to do, just rename it ZuckTalk instead of Instagram.
What
I
about
get it.
Zigzag? I do like Zigzag, actually.
Name it Zigzag. Why not? Do it. Appreciate you joining us. We'll be live here in about an hour, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern, for Drinkin' Bros podcast this afternoon. I have a feeling we'll be talking about Jill Biden and her breakfast tacos. Should be a really fun show. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.